my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lainey. I do a lot of makeup videos. I do some fashion videos. I've been working on a lot of cosplay videos. Most of them are not finished yet, but they will be coming soon. I do cat videos. I joke about poop. I drop the F-bomb here and there. I'm not really a profanity machine, but I don't censor myself. So if the occasional swear word is offensive to your sensibilities, I get that. So maybe don't watch this. I can't promise that I will drop the F-bomb, but I can't promise that I won't. Like I said, I don't censor myself. Anyway, this video is the Hypocrite YouTuber tag. I watched Vara's video and I thought that these questions were really fun. I asked her if she minded if I did this. She said no, so I'm doing it. And let's go ahead and get into question number 1. Have you ever blocked someone on Instagram? Not anyone from YouTube. I love following my friends that I meet on YouTube, on Instagram. I love hearing from them on Instagram. It's just another way to keep in touch. I've never had a problem with anybody from YouTube on Instagram. However, I have blocked some motherfuckers. There it is, the F-bomb, see? And it was warranted. I have blocked some motherfuckers from my real life on Instagram and on Facebook just because they were being dicks and they would not let up. One rude comment, I will say, you know, that wasn't necessary, that hurt my feelings, or you need to take a chill pill, calm your tits, back off, what have you. And if they don't, then that's when they get blocked. I will fire a warning shot before I block. But I had one guy who was just coming for me hard on YouTube, on Facebook for getting Botox and posting about it because I had one really bad experience with Botox and I did make a video about that. Check that out if you want to see some warnings about going to someone who is very heavy-handed and maybe doesn't know where to place the Botox for the patient's face. Anyway, yeah, check that out if you're considering Botox because it can go very, very wrong. Anyway, I posted a big warning on Facebook about it. I posted very unflattering pictures of myself with the bad Botox, and I felt like that was important information. And this guy just was coming for me. He's like, you must hate yourself. You must have such low self-esteem. You are so vain. Okay, I have low self-esteem and I'm vain, okay? But he would not let up, and he was insulting my character. He was making me feel like I had just slaughtered a puppy because I had gotten Botox, and finally, block. I mean, there is no excuse for that. Everybody's choice when it comes to cosmetic procedures is personal, and nobody else has a right to tell you what to do with your face. There was another guy on Facebook who was coming for me because I had made a joke about being drunk at a bar. I'm a person who doesn't drink that much. I used to drink more often than I do now, but I'm not the type of person to go out and get schnockered. But I do make jokes about it. Like I'll be at a bar and I'll pose like I'm really, really wasted, but the truth is I've had half a glass of wine, and he just did not get my sense of humor. And he was coming for me so hard for being a drunk slut, and I'm not at all. But you know what? If I were, what business is it of this guy's? He doesn't know me. He knew me well 20 years ago, but I've seen him maybe twice in the past 2 decades. He does not know the current me, and he had no business saying what he was saying. He had no business coming for me the way he was coming for me. And then I've blocked other guys. It's all guys. I blocked guys for just being inappropriate, making inappropriate comments, just not letting up, being relentless when it comes to, will you go out with me? Will you go out with me? And I know I'm not all that, but to nerds, I'm a goddess. Trust me, to nerd guys, I'm a fucking goddess, believe it or not. And some of them just, I'm sorry, this is a stereotype, this may be rude. I'm a nerd and I feel like I have social skills, but sometimes the stereotype that nerds don't have social skills is true, and these guys just, they don't know how to talk to human beings. It's not about not knowing how to talk to women, it's about not knowing how to interact with human beings. So block. Next question, and this is a much happier question. Do you envy other YouTubers? No, not at all. I love watching YouTubers who are further along in the channel development process than I am. if somebody has more subscribers than I do, if somebody does a better makeup look, if somebody gets a palette that I really want, but for whatever reason it's sold out or I don't want to pay for it, I will make a comment saying, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous, but not really. It's not envy. I don't lose sleep over it. I don't get angry over it. And although I do say, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous of this look that you created, or I'm so jealous of your beautiful hair, I'm so jealous that you have this palette, it's not true envy. Question 3, have you ever answered back to comments in a rude way? Not on my channel. This is what I love about being a very small YouTuber. I love the fact that the people who subscribe to me, the people that interact with me are so sweet, because I'm not out there. I'm not big. I don't have 1,000 subscribers. I don't even have 200 subscribers. I'm very, very minuscule in the grand scheme of YouTube. And so the people who choose to follow me are nice people. They follow me because there's something about me that they connect with. They like to talk to me for whatever reason. I absolutely love the people here on YouTube. And so no, I've never had to clap back at anyone on YouTube. However, I have answered comments in a somewhat rude way, comments that are replies to my comments that I've made on other videos, especially towards the end of Game of Thrones. If anybody's a Game of Thrones fan, the Game of Thrones fan base was divided towards the end. There were those of us who were not outraged, that didn't, what am I trying to say? I had some problems with the last couple of seasons, but I wasn't outraged. It wasn't ruining my life. I wasn't slamming D&D all over the internet. I was more forgiving. And then there were the people that were just heated about it. And so I remember I made one comment saying that I was actually very happy about who ended up on the Iron Throne. I won't spoil it in case you're watching it and you haven't gotten to the end, but I made a comment saying I was pleased with the person who ended up on the Iron Throne. And somebody literally posted a death threat. They said, Drogon needs to burn your ass alive, you cunt. And my response to that was, wow, that was really unnecessary. So I blocked that user, but that was I think my most intense clapback. Wow, that was really unnecessary. But I did get some really, really, really ugly comments when I would say I didn't mind this particular aspect of the ending of Game of Thrones. And I got called every name in the book. I know I already said the C word, so what does it matter? It was insane. It was insane. That is where I don't like the nerd community, because people get very cruel and they resort to ad hominem, which is a fallacy where you are attacking the arguer instead of attacking the argument. And so the conversations just devolved into this slander fest over a television show. It was ridiculous. And this is just my experience with the end of Game of Thrones. I see it with comic books. I see it with video games. I see it with anything that would fall under the umbrella of geekery. It's bad. And that's one aspect of geek culture that I really, really, really dislike. Number 4, what videos are you embarrassed about? I don't get that embarrassed, but when I look back on some of my earlier videos, for the longest time, well, I say the longest time, for a couple of weeks until somebody very kindly pointed out to me that I was doing it wrong, I did not know where to look when I was filming. I looked here. And so I looked here. And so when I was making my videos, I was talking like this, which is not fun to watch. You want to feel like the YouTuber is talking to you. And I finally figured out where to look, and I didn't know where to look. And also, when I was living in LA, I took some acting classes, and a big thing about acting for film and television is that you never look directly into the camera unless it's like a Fleabag type show and you're breaking the fourth wall. And by the way, if you haven't seen Fleabag, it's so good. But unless you are deliberately breaking the fourth wall, you don't want to look directly at the camera. And so that was really in my head. And so I had to really learn a whole new way of being in front of the camera when I started YouTube. So I'm a little bit embarrassed about that. And then there have also been videos that I have filmed that I just found unwatchable when I was in the editing process for whatever reason. One time my eyebrows were uneven, and we're not talking a little bit uneven because, honey, nobody's perfect. My eyebrows are a little bit uneven pretty much every time in every video, but one was here and one was here, and it was just unwatchable. And so when that happens, I just refilm the video when I'm editing and I notice that it's unwatchable. And that's more like quality control than it is embarrassment. As far as the videos that are up, nah, I'm not embarrassed about anything. Number 5, favorite video you have ever done. Easily, with a bullet, my favorite video that I've ever done is my cats pick my makeup. It was a singles cruise video and I had my cats pick my eyeshadow. That was so much fun. The look actually turned out really, really nice. And so I want to do that again. Let me know down below if you would like to see me do another my cats pick my makeup video because they're so fun. I had so much fun doing it. You know what? Even if nobody wants it, I'm probably going to do it again because it was so much fun. I am also, as far as being proud of videos, I am very proud of the first proper eyeshadow palette review that I did. That was a Violet Voss palette review, the hashtag palette. I was very new to YouTube. I was very new to editing, and I feel like I did a very good job on that video for my experience level, so that one I'm very proud of. And I'm also very proud of my Game of Thrones wish list. Before the Urban Decay Game of Thrones collection came out, I posted a video that was my wish list, my fantasy Game of Thrones collection, and it was just really fun to do, and I'm still really proud of that. Number 6, have you ever had problems with other YouTubers? Never. I've never had an interpersonal problem with anybody that I've become friends with on this platform. And as far as watching maybe the more famous YouTubers and being like, I've got a problem with this person, I don't support this person anymore, this person is canceled, I just don't do that. That's just not my personality. If I'm not liking what I'm seeing, I just click off. I don't lose sleep over it. I don't sit around and stew about it. If somebody isn't clicking with me, if their personality is off-putting to me, I just stop watching the video. So no, I've never had a problem with anybody on YouTube. Aside from those fucking geeks who posted death threats because somebody disagreed with their opinion of the last season of Game of Thrones, those guys can go fuck themselves. Number 7, what would you change about your channel? Oh my gosh, so much. First and foremost, I would just up the quality. I really want to get an actual camera because I don't actually have a camera. I film on my iPhone. I am hopefully going to get a real camera in December, and so that I think will help the production quality. I have better lighting now. I would like to get some stands for my soft boxes so that they're not just propped up. I would like to get a better ring light. Basically, I would just like to up my production quality. Number 8, have you ever been inspired by or copied another YouTuber? Hell yeah! I mean, isn't that why we all watch YouTube, for inspiration? Absolutely. I mean, I have never blatantly ripped somebody off. I have never blatantly copied somebody's look unless I was deliberately recreating a look, which I've actually never done. I've thought about doing it, but I've never tried it. So yes, I've absolutely been inspired, and I've absolutely taken an idea, and I've always said, hey, do you mind if I do this? And usually people are very flattered if I want to take their video and do my own version of it. I think people like that. I love it when people see a video of mine and say, ooh, could I do something like that? I'd be like, yes, absolutely. That makes me so thrilled. So yes, I've been inspired, and yes, I've copied to some extent. But have I ever blatantly ripped somebody off? I don't think so. Not intentionally. Number 9, have you ever disliked other YouTubers' videos? I don't think so. Like I said, if I'm just not feeling it, if I'm watching a video, if it's not interesting to me, or if I'm not vibing with the YouTuber's personality, I just click off. I don't hit the dislike button. I don't think I've ever done that. Number 10, last question. Do you have a fake account where you do things that you would like to do on your real channel? Hell no. No, I do everything on this channel. And I heard long ago, before I started my YouTube channel, that if you're going to do a YouTube channel, you should have a very specific theme. And I don't. I do a lot of stuff. I just do what I'm feeling that day. And I make no apologies for that. I'm just me. And I feel like everything pretty much falls under the same umbrella of self-presentation. So makeup, that is self-presentation. Fashion, that is self-presentation. Cosplay is kind of an extension of fashion. So again, that is self-presentation. And cats, I mean, who doesn't love cats? Who doesn't love cat videos? I'm sure that there's somebody out there who doesn't, but I can't imagine it. I'm not the type of person who feels like, okay, this channel is only makeup, and if I want to do a fashion video, I need to create a whole other channel. However, one big goal of mine is to eventually do psychology videos, because that is my profession in real life. I did psychological research for about a decade, and then I got another master's degree. I became a therapist. I don't have my license yet, but I don't have a practice, but I have practiced. So I am a therapist. I'm just not licensed yet. I'm a pre-licensed marriage and family and sex therapist. But what I really love is my psychological research, because for many years, like I said, almost a decade, I researched romantic attraction and romantic rejection. And those are hot button issues. And I've always wanted to do videos where I talk about these things, because I think that those are interesting to a lot of people, but I also feel like a lot of people get very heated if you say something that flies in the face of their goal when it comes to romance. If their goal is to like fuck this person or date this person or make someone fall in love with them, and you say, the science says that, probably not, they are gonna get so mad. And I don't really like dealing with angry people on YouTube. I discovered that near the end of Game of Thrones. So I'm nervous about doing that, but that is something that I definitely want to do someday. And maybe I'll kind of test it out on this channel, because I love every one of you guys, everybody who watches me, everybody who comments. You guys mean so much to me, and you are so nice. And I feel like you are also honest. So if I did like a little practice video where I talked about love and attraction and rejection, would that be something that you would be interested in? Do you have any specific questions that you would like to ask a psychological researcher when it comes to like the whole nice guys finish last adage, which is not true, by the way, or how to go about getting someone's attention? Is there a way to do that? Does playing hard to get work? No, it does not. So anything like that, if you have questions about that, if you would like to see a video on one of those topics, please tell me down below, and that will give me the motivation to actually do it. And that would be good practice for the psychological videos. And I think if I do start doing psychology videos, I will start a separate channel for that, but it won't be a secret. I will link it to this channel. I will not hide this channel from that channel, and I will not hide that channel from this channel. So it's not gonna be like a trolling account, like a fake account where I can go be a bitch on the internet. It's just gonna be a completely separate topic. But please tell me if you would like to see a video of that nature, because I'm kind of itching to do one after Halloween, because I've got a lot of really fun Halloween videos coming up. Anyway, that wraps it up for today. As always, thank you so very much for joining me. Do this tag if you feel like you want to do it. I will leave the questions in the description box below. Follow me on Instagram. I will follow you back. Throw me a pity like, give me some encouragement to make some more videos. Very special shout out to you if you were watching this video on the toilet. And until next time, stay adorably obsessed with whatever brings you joy.